Hello Taurus, welcome to your May tarot reading. I hope that April has been peaceful for you. I know that everybody, or many people sorry, have been going through some filtering and cleansing and clearing and healing actually. There's been a lot of healing for people through April, and so let's see what May brings us. And I just need to tell you that I'm going to do things a little bit differently in these videos. I'm going to try out something new. Please let me know what you feel about it. I am going to speed up the sections of the video where I am shuffling and where your cards are falling out, drawing out, simply because it cuts down the video time and it allows me to spend more time reading, and it can get a little tedious watching somebody shuffle, so I hope that this is going to be okay with you all. Alright, let's get straight into your reading and see what May brings. Okay, Taurus, what we have here is a very interesting blend of energies. Just to reiterate that this is a general reading and it may not all apply to you, and there may only be aspects, and also the timing may not be as your timing is. We're all on slightly different cycles, so please take what does resonate and leave the rest for somebody else. Thank you. Alright, so what we have for you is the Justice card, Eight of Cups, Death or Rebirth, Transformation, the Three of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So the energy here is quite powerful, Taurus. What we have is finally a just outcome, or a decision, a rumination about how things are going to proceed. The Justice card is twofold. The swords have double edge. Swords are quite incisive and direct, and they deal with fact and logic. And so what we have here is a part of this decision, or a part of this process being strictly to do with fact, but then the scales come in and give us a weighing and balancing of things that are slightly more intangible, slightly more nebulous. It takes into account feelings and intuition and kind of outlying circumstances and things like that. So we have a blend of empathy and logic here, and I get the sense that you're in this place where you are being asked to, or you're being able to, combine these elements within yourself to find a way to proceed. Or it may well be that you're making a judgment in regards to somebody else. It could well be that somebody is making this judgment towards you and they're showing a little bit more understanding. Let's just see how the reading proceeds and to get a clearer information on that. So we're starting off with getting reparation and justice. The Eight of Cups comes in to tell me that there's a slight dissatisfaction here, in that you know that there's more ahead on the path for you. You understand that you know, you don't want to settle. You don't want to settle for a nearly or a second best. You know that there's more out there for you and you want to feel fulfilled entirely. So your journey continues in the search of this ultimate abundance and satisfaction emotionally. The Death and Rebirth card reiterates that energy. We have very much an ending of a cycle and a new beginning, it seems here, Taurus, because the Death and Rebirth card clearly means a transformation from one cycle into another. It may well be that, as I said at the top of the reading, that you've been through a certain amount of kind of a dark night of the soul, where you've been plumbing the depths of your choices and your how you navigate in this world, and it's brought you to some conclusions, and that clarity, that realization has enabled you to close off this cycle. So then we have the Three of Pentacles, which is really a nice energy to see, because it tells me that there's a tentative vision. It tells me that there's an idea, that there is a goal in mind. The Three of Pentacles speaks generally about starting new projects and also networking. So the Three of Pentacles in traditional imagery has the vicar, the architect and the mason, indicating the three aspects of creation in terms of the desire, the vision and the skill. And within you, Taurus, will be all of those elements to proceed forward, or at least if you're missing one, there'll be somebody around you who can complement what you have. There's a really nice energy to this, in that it's going to push you forward into a new cycle here. I think what's happening is maybe you're gathering connections, you're gathering ideas. Something is in development here for you, Taurus. We have the King of Cups coming in next, and the King of Cups is one who wears his heart on his sleeve. Now, he has gone through the mill a little bit emotionally, but he's very savvy in terms of self-expression and his emotion. He's not afraid to be vulnerable. So this energy around, I'm getting the sense, and this could be a water sign around you, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This energy around you has, I feel, informed the way that you're going to move forward, or at least this is maybe part of the collaboration that you're going to create. I really feel there's an intuitive force that is influencing how you move forward here. It could well be that this is the force that brings you a catalyst or a means of expressing this vision and this desire, because we have the Page of Pentacles here, and the Page of Pentacles brings that seed, that opportunity, that force of nature, sometimes through messages and communication, and sometimes it's just through connections that we make organically and naturally. It's very grounded, this energy. It has real substance, so it's not to be kind of ignored, if you like. There's a definite kind of cycle here, bringing you into a new sphere, I feel. You notice how the page is standing on one foot. Now, to me, that can mean a couple of things. He is either very comfortable being not unstable, he's very comfortable in his stature, or it could mean that this is just the initial burst of energy and he's yet to set down the other foot, and so it's up to you to give that space to occur. So we'll see how that develops when I do the clarification. But after him we have the King of Wands. This is very powerful, Taurus. So this is a very strong and wise fire energy. The King of Wands has many experiences in terms of materializing, creating, initiating. He's Sagittarius, Scorpio, and so he is able to kind of plumb the depths of understanding how to create. He's able to go deep within his experiences in order to stand in his power, if I can put it that way. There's a very steady energy to this, as opposed to maybe one of the younger cards, if you like, in that he knows how to temper this energy instead of letting it burn out and fade away. So Taurus, this energy of yours has matured as far as I can see, and I think that it's telling me you have the tools now, you have the competence, you have the understanding on how to balance certain energies. Notice we have the fire and the water here. So I really feel as though you're getting your team together, or you're getting your elements into balance and into alchemy here. And to finish off the bottom spread, we have the Ten of Cups. So this is what we're aiming for. You've gone in search of your missing cups, and there you have it. That's quite an amazing achievement. And it looks like in May you'll start to see this manifesting. You've certainly got the as I say, the elements here in play, and you're understanding how to put all of that together. I'm going to draw you some clarification cards now. Okay, Taurus, so what we have here is a very interesting reading. Your May is going to, I think it's going to surprise you. So over the Justice card, we have the Two of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups is a card that often indicates soulmates or sometimes twin flame. It speaks about having yourself reflected back at you in some way. It talks about having that twin flame, having that reciprocated love, reciprocated respect, etc. But to me, the Two of Cups has a higher layer. And the cups represent our nurturing, and often that can mean nurturing of ourselves. If you notice in this card, we have the caduceus, the symbol of life force, if you like, or regeneration. And we also have the phoenix atop of that. And the male and the female aspects represent the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and that is within us all. And so what I have here is a nurturing of your two aspects, your masculine and feminine, and bringing that into balance in order to achieve healing and rebirth. So the Justice card to me is saying, look, you know, you're being able to bring these two elements together, and it's all about you. It's all about getting your balance between your logic and your empathy, between your hardness and your softness and vulnerability, and between the nurturing and the intelligence, the love and the intelligence. And so the Two of Cups comes to kind of show you that this is what is coming in for you. This is what you're working on, Taurus. The Strength card over the Eight of Cups is interesting because it talks about having an inner will and inner strength, being able to rise above kind of the small things, the lower nature, the beast nature, the greed, the lust, the fear, etc. And so what this maiden does is she kind of draws from her higher self in an understanding that she does not need to use brute force. She can use sheer will. The Strength card is kind of like our higher self being the tactician, having a broad view, an overview of what works best. And so that coming over the Eight of Cups tells me that you're able to rise above your needs and wants, or the lacks that you may have in your life, and you're able to see that there is a higher purpose, and so you're going looking for it. Four of Swords over the Death and Rebirth. That's quite a perfect combination, actually, because after the battle, the knight goes home to regenerate and kind of regurgitate what he's been through, and to process it, to analyze it, and to understand what it is that it has reflected within himself. So the Death card is kind of the end of a cycle, and an opportunity for you to go within and process all of that, and to work out how it is that you're going to move forward. Swords are about mental processes and also communication. So it's communing with self, actually. And so as you pass through one end of a cycle and start anew, it's a good idea to kind of take stock. We have the beautiful Sun card over the Three of Pentacles. What an amazing good omen, Taurus. The Sun card is all nurturing, all supporting, the universal energy that wants us all to do well, wants to nurture us and sustain us all. Basically, the Sun has your back here, and you've got some blessings coming in, and it's all about how you apply that and how you network and how you use the skills that you have as well to manifest, or to let it in, because it's there for you. Essentially, it really is, or it's on your path, because we've got now two lots of the Eight of Cups, and I'll get to that next. So down here with the King of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups, as I say, and so this is bringing you towards a higher understanding. This whole reading seems to be about an inner revelation, inner growth, or an inner acceptance that you are going towards more. You're not going to settle here, Taurus. The King of Cups, as I say, is one who wears his heart on his sleeve, and he is able to be vulnerable and yet wise in that vulnerability. And so coming to an acceptance about your standards and about who you are and what you want out of life, that's quite a brave thing to do. And so the King is bringing you, or showing you, and reflecting that energy back to you. As I say, it may well be a person around you. This energy might understand, that your value and see you in a way that you don't see yourself. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles over the Page of Pentacles. I really like this energy, Taurus. For me, this is you. The Queen of Pentacles is one who is very grounded and stable and intuitive, and able to vision what to create out of the smallest seed, how to create a foundation from very little. The Page here brings in the energy, the portal, the opportunity, and then the Queen uses that energy and creates the abundance. So, wow, it's all within you, Taurus. Then we have the Temperance card over the King of Wands. I nearly said Knight then. So the Temperance card brings an alchemy, brings a balance of spiritual and physical, or emotional and physical. So the angel here is kind of coming to help us rebalance, help us temper exactly those skills and those attributes that we have, and fine-tune. So the King has had all of this experience, and his higher self and his guides are showing him how to make that blend, how to get the alchemy, or he's being kind of advised intuitively on how to work through those aspects and experiences in order to stand in his power with great balance. Then we have the upside down Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, it wasn't upside down. Over the Ten of Cups. And again, this is a very lucky or fortuitous combination. Ten of Cups being the be all and end all of emotional satisfaction and abundance, and the Wheel of Fortune saying it's your time. It's your time, Taurus, to have all of these blessings, and to open yourself up to these possibilities, and to understand that this is your birthright. Essentially, you're on to the next stage in your development, the next level, and the next part of your journey. It's kind of fate or destiny, if you like, for you to get this balance. So all in all, what I'm seeing is a real brand new cycle, Taurus, one that is full of creativity and depth and wisdom. Let's get a couple of advice cards. Okay, so these two cards were showing themselves to me, and they're very apt. So I have the flowering and the possibilities. Flowering literally meaning the potential, literally meaning that all of the elements are there at your disposal. The moon is full, the time is right to dispense of this balance, this duality. You notice that the lady is sitting on a lotus, and the lotus grows out of mud, literally meaning that this is a time for all of the stresses and strains and troubles you've been through to bear fruit, to blossom into something that it was meant to be. You notice also the duality of her hair, the black and the white, again indicating this temperance, this alchemy that you can achieve here. That's a really lovely card, Taurus. And then the possibilities. And it's funny, I got this card in another reading this month as well. So the eagle flies over the landscape and is able to see very clearly what is on the horizon. And I don't know if you can see very clearly here, but this terrain is kind of rocky and not very easy to pass through. But in the air, you're able to understand that the journey leads you to your blessings on ahead. And so what I hear in these two energies is that this process has not been for nothing, that everything that you've gone through has kind of touched base with all of the elements you needed in order to create your joy. let's get you an outcome card for the month of May. Okay, I had 2 fall out, Taurus, so I'm going to keep them. I have the Hierophant, if I can pick him up, and the 9 of Pentacles. So the Hierophant speaks about kind of structure. It speaks about the traditional aspects of our lives, the education, law, health, government, all of those things that create our society. Also speaks about religion and our spiritual practice, the orthodox kind of spiritual, the accepted spiritual practice. There's an element to it as well that, I mean, it can be very deep, this Hierophant card. It speaks about kind of solidifying things, if you like. Sometimes we find ourselves trying to move through society with benchmarks and expectations, whereas actually I feel the original kind of energy of this card was about kind of setting down a foundation of understanding of how to think, not what to think, if I can put it that way. The Hierophant sometimes indicates in kind of marriage as well. It's institutions. So what we have here is you using the framework of what you have created in order to raise yourself into a much higher position. In the original card you see a priest with 2 initiates and a set of keys, and so this is kind of next level stuff as far as I can see, and I want to go back to the Wheel of Fortune here. I feel that there's a kind of graduation here for you. And then the 9 of Pentacles, kind of the end of a cycle in terms of Pentacles, in the sense that you have a lot of yourself to share. The 9 of Pentacles is about sharing of yourself, being able to disseminate, being able to help others with your knowledge and wisdom and sometimes resources. Pentacles are all about finances, and but it's also about inner wealth. So there's an aspect of you, or you know, you're coming into a stage in your life where you have a lot to give, and I think that's going to bring you a lot of joy in May. I think you're going to understand your place and your passion. Well, Taurus, what a reading. I wish you the very best for May. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of your reading, and I'll see you next time.